Welcome to the Gypsy Caravan. I am Shan. And I didn't mean for that to sound very game show hosty, but whatever, we're here now. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you my current brow routine. But before we do that, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on social media and like and comment and do all the engagement things. Once you've done that, let's get into the video. As I said, I'm going to be showing you my current brow routine. My choice of brow is the fluffy, big, boyish, rogue soap brow. I don't really define my brows that much other than to just even them out and make them look the same. But other than that, it's a very simple, basic routine and it only needs 3 products. Which actually sound excessive, but you'll see once I show you. It's super easy. The first thing I do is I grab a spoolie. You can use whatever spoolie you have, and I am just going to brush out the makeup that is in the brows because I do have foundation and stuff on. First product I go in with is a kind of 2-for-1. This is the Shape and Shade pen by MAC. I'm in the shade Fling. It comes with an eyeshadow sponge with some eyeshadow at the end and then a filter pen. I'm going to take the eyeshadow end and I'm just going to get some eyeshadow on the sponge. So you can see it's kind of like a smudger brush, but it's got eyeshadow on. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to catch the hairs only. I'm not going to touch my skin at all, but I'm going to brush this eyeshadow back onto the hairs. And what this is going to do, it's going to fill in my brow without filling in my brow. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, but just keep up. I am fortunate enough to actually have thickish brows, but they don't really have a shape. I don't really have like defined arches. The best way to obviously describe my brow shape is that it's flat, maybe with a little bit of a tapered end. But this works for all brow shapes and sizes. But it does help if you have a thickish brow, mainly to begin with. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to just brush the product back into my brows. Also, this eyeshadow is just going to thicken and catch on the hairs of the brow. So it's just going to give the illusion that I actually have more brow than what I do. And your choice in brow product color is super important because if you use something that's too warm, it could actually give the illusion that your brows are sore or that you have like eczema or something around your brows. So make sure you get the correct brow color, or even just something that matches your roots. My hair is dyed, but my root, which is over here, is a very ashy, cool toned brown. So all my brow products are cool toned, which matches my brow 100%. You're going to go back in with your spoolie and you're going to brush your brow hairs back, or just like straighten them. But try and start brushing them up now so they kind of get into that shape so that you don't have to do much work going forward. So I start brushing the front up, and then as I start entering the center to the tail of the brow, I start working in a diagonal-ish direction. So the front is brushed up and then I start just going with the shape of my brow, but I'm brushing up the entire time. So the next product that I go in with is a brow pencil. This one is the Eyebrow Styler Pencil by MAC. So I've been using the spoolie the entire time, but obviously on the other end is the pencil. I'm just going to turn up a little bit because I didn't have any product. And basically what I do is I'm not going to fill in the entire brow. I am literally only going to shape the underneath of my brow. I do not touch the tops of my brow. I only touch underneath. because I want the tops of my brows to still look fairly natural, but because my brows are a little bit uneven, I just try and even them out with the pencil. So that's what I'm going to be doing with my brows. If you feel like your brow needs more opacity and definition, fill in your brows to how you like them, but just keep in mind to always keep the fronts of your brows lighter than the tails, or just even fill in the tail if you need to, but that's just how I fill in my brows. So I'm just going to measure out where my brows need to actually end, because the one's a little bit more forward than the other. This one needs to come here. That one's fine, and then I don't have an arch, so it's all good. So I start about here and I just start underlining my brow. These pencils are really soft, so they just melt really well on the skin. And then I'm going to extend this tail slightly because it's a little bit shorter than that side. So that's pretty much all I do for that side, and then I do the same thing for this brow. I literally am just underlining and defining the underneath of my brows. Just creating some definition, nothing hardcore. And then I just deepen the very ends of the tails for me. And that is it. That is all I do. Sometimes I will bring the pencils in a little bit further, but that all just depends on the type of makeup I'm wearing, or like where I'm going, or how I feel like wearing my brows those days, because again, with my routine, it is very customizable to you and how you want to do your brows. So like there are some days where I just go in with my brow gel, there are some days where I just go in with eyeshadow, there are some days where I just use a pencil. I am showing you all the steps to create my most defined fluffy brow, so that you can pick and choose what you want out of my routine to make your brows work. But 90% of the time when I am doing my brows, it's all three products. So now that we have done that, we're going to go in with a brow gel set. The type of brow gel set that I use is very super specific, because I go for the brow gels that have fibers within them. So the one I'm using here is by NYX Cosmetics. It is the Thicket Sticker Thickening Brow Mascara, and I am in the shade Taupe. So that's what it looks like. And if I had to take the wand out, so if I bring it up close like that, you can see there's little fibers on the mascara. It's extensions. And basically what that means is that when I apply this into my brows, those extensions are going to get stuck into my brow hairs, which is just in turn going to make your brow look a whole lot thicker, fuller, more brushed up, more spiky, more very close to like the soap brow trend, because that's exactly what I'm going to be doing with my brow hairs right now. I'm going to be brushing them up and setting them up into place so that for the entire day they have that natural brushed up look. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So here's how I do it. I pick up some product with a mascara wand, I pull it out, whatever, anyway, and then I take off the tip, because the tip can cause a lot of issues. Yeah, anyway, and then again I am going to brush the product back into my brow hairs, not touching the skin, just touching the hair only. And I am just going to brush it up. This is the part that feels weird, it feels strange, it feels unnatural, but believe me, it works. I'm going to let this sit for a couple of seconds just to dry and harden the tiniest bit. I'm not going to put this back in. I'm going to let it sit out for a second. I'm going to give myself about 15 seconds for this just to harden a tiny bit and to get tacky. And I'll explain why in just a second. Okay, so it's been a couple of seconds. No additional product on your wand. You can even go in with your spoolie from your pencil. And what you're going to do is now is you're going to brush these hairs into place and shape your brows. So I start in the front, and you can actually push this up against your skin to set them. So I'm going to brush the hairs up and out at a diagonal. And now that they've been sitting for a bit, they're more likely to stay in this position that you set them in with than if you were to just mold them and move them around while they were still kind of wet. So now that they are tackier and much more stickier, they're easier to mold and move around. So that's what my brow looks like when I'm done. But as you can see, so there's gaps where I've drawn in my pencil. I'm going to go back in with my pencil and fix that, because obviously when I was doing it, my brows were in a different position. So I'm just going to fill that in with the pencil. So now we're going to go back in with this product, and we're going to go in with the felt tip pen in the front. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create like microblading hair strokes, if you will, just in the front here to mimic the actual hairs, and that's what finishes off the front. Okay, so there we go. That's pretty much it. They do look very messy today, to be honest. Okay, I just fixed my brows a little bit because they just looked super messy today. Was not the best effort, but you get the idea. It's pretty much how I do my brows. So yeah, super thick mannish boy brows. Obviously it looks weird because I'm not wearing makeup, but normally I would do bomb ass makeup to balance these suckers out because I have super thick brows. But anyway, I'll be showing you the most detailed, excessive eyelash routine you have ever seen in your life, but trust me, it makes all the difference. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to curl our lashes. Not a lot of people do this anymore, thanks to lash extensions and eyelash false lashes and things like that. But for natural lashes, yes, it is all good and well putting mascara on, but I feel like if you curl your lashes first, it's like putting on a push-up bra for small titties. It gives them an extra boost. So that's why we're going to curl our lashes. You can use whatever curler you have at home. I bought this one from Clicks. Oh, it's stuck on my fingers. I bought this one from Clicks. It's just a plain old rose gold lash curler. So if you've never curled your lashes before, it could be pretty scary, but I will show you how to approach this. Just get your mirror underneath you, look straight down into your mirror, and keep your eye open and come down onto your lash and just clamp it. You should be able to still like open your eye and stuff. That's how you know you've got your lashes and you haven't got your skin. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to push the tool back into my lid, and I'm going to pulsate on my lashes for like count of 10 or 15. Because obviously we need to get it right into the root. So, I have sensitive eyes. So my eyes are going to look a little bit funny right now. But just looking this eye to this eye looks already so much better, and I haven't got any product on whatsoever. It's just the eyelash curler. Okay, so now that that's done, let's get into our first product. You may have seen this product in the stores, you may have heard of it, but have you actually tried one for yourself? That's right, an eyelash primer. I am using the Paradise Primer Extatic by L'Oreal lash primer. Basically, as you would prime your skin to hold up your makeup and make your foundation and things sit better on your skin, an eyelash primer does the exact same thing. What is going on? What is in my eye? You'll know it's an eyelash primer because all of them come in a white formula. Anyway, so what this primer is going to do, it's going to help condition your lashes so that when you do actually come to taking your mascara off later on in the day, it's going to help make it easier just to remove that. It's going to thicken, volumize your lashes, lengthen them if it needs lengthening. It's just a good way to prep your lashes so that when you apply your mascara, it just looks thicker, longer, better, fuller. Like I said, it's a push-up bra for small chests. So all you're going to do is coat your lashes with a primer, nothing fancy, but you are going to do a double. So you're going to go from the top down and coat the top, and you're also going to come from the bottom up and coat the bottom. Make sure you're getting root to lash, because that's super important. And just coat your mascara. Your lashes should look like that. While that is on its way to drying, we are going to curl our lashes again. A lot of people will say that this is quite dangerous to do because you don't want to catch your lashes or anything like that. There is a simple solution to doing this. You are going to slowly lift the eyelash curler right off your lashes and then pull it away. You're not going to just let go and pull off. So like I said, you're going to curl your lashes as usual, give it a couple of squeezes, push it up. You're going to release and make sure that your lashes aren't sticking. So in that moment of release, you want to make sure that your lashes are not stuck to your tool. If they are, take your time, because if you hook your lash, that's not pretty. In doing this, we are just creating even more lift in our lashes to make them look really wide and really open. Okay, so the mascara that my heart has just been dying for lately is by Fenty. It is the Full Frontal Volume Lift and Curl Mascara in the shade 'Cause I'm Black. It is the most amazing formula. It's long wearing, and I really like the wand. So let me get this wand in focus for you here. So the wand is not only flat and fat, but when you turn it to the side, it's also quite thin and slim. And basically that's just going to help pull your lashes up to make them look long, but also the flatter end is going to help with the curl and the volume. So all we're going to do, like we did with our primer, is coat the lashes on the top and coat the lashes at the bottom as well. And because this mascara is my favorite because it is so buildable, I can keep applying mascara on for days and it won't make my lashes look heavy, or it won't give me clumpy lashes, even though I enjoy clumpy lashes. And this formula is so black as well, so my lashes now don't look grey. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a close-up here so that you can see how thick my lashes are. I will clean up the little mistake I made on my lid there compared to the other side. Do these steps, I guarantee you, no matter how long, how short, how sparse, how thin, how whatever lashes you have, by curling and taking the time to curl your lashes, and then by adding that primer, you are creating so much volume and so much length and so much density in your lashes that you cannot possibly go wrong. Like, already just look at that, my lashes just look so thick and dense and full. Of course, just adding in the bottom lashes, you're really just pulling open your eyes, and it's just making your eye just look incredibly wide and awake and doe-eyed and just so full and so thick. Now, for added good measure, you are more than welcome to go in and curl your lashes, a third time, but that all depends on you. For me, I normally stop around here because that's how I like to wear my lashes. Just like a quick little close-up. It looks like I'm wearing false eyelashes, but really I'm not. These are my lashes. It just looks amazing. Hope you really enjoyed it. I hope you'll probably try this at home to get your lashes looking as thick and as dense as mine are. I know it is a bit of an excessive routine, but I have been doing it for the longest time, and it just makes my lashes look incredible. Thank you so much for watching my tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like and comment. If you missed a product throughout the video, I will list everything down below so that you can go and check that out. Don't forget to follow me on social media and check out the other tutorials that I do have here on my channel. But until then, I will see you in my next tutorial, and don't forget, whenever you can, to refer the Gypsy Caravan. Thanks. Bye.